Good morning everybody, welcome to Clayton Art Club live stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope the sound's coming through this time because last week we had a bit of a thing. So anyway, today the plan is to draw what you guys decide. I was just looking at I'm just moving my chair a bit, sorry for the sound there. Last week we had a bit of a sound issue and I didn't realise until 7 minutes in, so that video could have been quite annoying for you guys, so I do apologise. If you're joining us on YouTube, hello. I can see the comments this time. I missed a few comments last time. I will just turn the sound off on that one. So the sound is definitely coming through, that's brilliant. I can't see if anyone is watching from this view, so if you're here, feel free to say hello in the comments. Oh, morning Nick, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. A bit more organised this morning. A bit of a special day today because I'm now 36. So I've got some exciting stuff to show you guys. The plan is to draw whatever you ask me to draw, as usual. So it could be monsters, unicorns, anything like that. Feel free to put your suggestions or your requests in, and I'm happy to draw them. I'm going to be using the alcoholic markers again because I like them. But I do want to draw your attention to something else. So I've been creating little kits that would be really cool for Christmas. So this is what you get in a kit. So if you're interested in getting a little animation kit, this is what it'll look like. So you've got an animation puppet with flexible arms. You can unravel the fingers if you wish. A little eyeballs. These are in biodegradable. These aren't plastic. This is like ethical cellophane. And then you've got a couple of colours. I'm thinking of doing a bigger package where you can get a couple more colours, but if you're interested in creating like little Wallace and Gromit style animation puppets, I'm going to be selling these as kits, probably for around the £15. So that's what you'd get if you ordered one. So it'd be a nice present for Christmas or something like that, or if you're interested in animation. So I will be trying them out. Anyway, this paper's been blank for far too long. Also, I thought this was my phone, but it's not my phone. This is one of my birthday presents from today. So Reese got me a nice pad and some pens. In fact, I think this is from one of my boys actually. So I've got all the different grades of pencil. So as an arty person, you know, this floats my boat very much. So we'll get to use these today. Find my favourite thing that you want me to draw today. Do you want to see the kits again? Sorry. So it comes in this really nice, attractive little box. You get a little guy, you get some eyeballs, and I'll probably put a video with it and some written instructions just to explain how to sculpt, how to use this to maximise your model making potential, and obviously some tips on how to animate them as well. So be a really nice little package, and I've managed to fit it into one of these packages that fits through the mailbox, so it should be a lot more straightforward than a big package. So Matthew, Nick, what do you want me to draw? What challenge have you got for me today? I'm ready. I've got my coffee, so I'm fully awake, and my kids jumped on me very early this morning to get me to open my presents, so I'm wide awake. So just showing you some of the messages coming through. There we go. Why has that gone blurred? I don't know. There we go. Back to not blurred. I'm just looking at my Marvel cards. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm happy to draw Marvel. You know me. I think I'm going to start with a 3B pencil, because I normally have a 4B and a 2B, so and these are freshly sharpened, these come sharpened, so I've not used this brand before, the whatever this brand is, but yeah, this should be good. Quite enjoyed drawing the Pokemon last week. That was quite good fun. In fact, I will just quickly show you, for anyone who wasn't here last week, this is what we drew last week. Lucario and Pikachu. And in hindsight, I realised there should be a bit less. This looks a bit mucky around the neck. But to be honest, I did that in 5 minutes, and I did this one in the rest of the time, so I'm not too bothered. It was a warm-up piece. So yeah, if you want to throw me your suggestions, I'm ready to roll. I'm also looking on the YouTube comments as well, so if they come up, I will bring them up on the screen as well, because I can. There we go. I've also got a Google page open as well, so I can research. If you've got something obscure you want me to draw, I can bring that up as well. So I'm ready. Is it frozen? No? Okay. Miles Morales. Is he the Spider-Man dude from Miles Morales? Is he the... Oh, cool. So he's the... Yes, so he's like the Spider-Man, the boy version of Spider-Man, I think, that gets mentored by old man Spider-Man, isn't he? So yeah, let's do him. Do you want him with his mask on or with his mask off? And do you want him in like hoodie mode or just wearing his cool suit kind of thing? I'm happy to do either. Hood on or hood off. I'm happy to do either way. I'm going to start designing my pose anyway. Just starting with the face, trying to find the center point of whatever direction I want the face to be looking. I want to be looking slightly up. what I'm doing here is normally the shoulders come across, but I'm doing the shoulders diagonally, so the neck point would be here coming up to the back of the head, and it's almost like a triangular shape coming down to the hips. I think the hood on would be better. Okay, so you can't see his face. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think I can do that. Spider-Man is cool. I used to watch the cartoon as a kid. That was in the days when cartoons had really funky music at the beginning, like the old X-Men theme tune and stuff. Oh man, good memories. So I'm just trying to get the arm shape. His shoulder comes here and it's gonna come across. And then with Spider-Man, very athletic and muscular chap. And we'll make that look more Spider-Man-ish as we go. So again, I'm kind of starting with a rough skeleton, kind of bulking out where I feel confident enough to. I'm going to have a nice job doing the greys and the kind of shades in the muscle to kind of emulate that. And I'm kind of just checking that the arm lengths are, you know, not too bad. I think that needs to come down a bit. I just want to get the shape of the shoe. As if he's gonna... Man, that foot looks crazy big. I don't want that foot that big. And I'm gonna exaggerate these legs a bit more, I think. It's always handy to have a rubber. Normally I forget to bring my rubber, but again, I've had my coffee and I've been woken up very early this morning, so I'm pretty awake. Although, do find comments if I do fall asleep. I don't think I will though. So yeah, I'm just here defining the and is the stream coming through good? Give us a thumbs up if the stream... Spiderfoot. Yeah, so let me know if the stream's coming through alright or if it's a bit patchy or wobbly or anything. I will do my best to try and keep it going good. So here I'm just So in this part, his leg is tucked up under there. Ugh, I don't know if that back leg looks quite right. I don't think it does. It's just at the wrong angle. But this is why we draw it in pencil, people. We draw it in pencil so that we get it right. So this needs to come. It just looked, when it was like up there, it looked a bit like it was gonna snap. It looked painful. Let's just put it that way. So let's get the Nick and Matthew, before I go any further, I don't know if I can show you on my phone, it might not look very good, but something exciting has happened. I don't know if you can see this picture. Let me just try and focus a minute. We've got a new garage door, which is cool. So for the art room, we've got a new fancy door, so hopefully that'll keep the room a bit warmer when we're doing art club and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So you can see here how I've just twisted the leg slightly, and I think it just looks a little bit more natural, and he does kind of look balanced in my opinion. Do you want him with the hood as in the mask on? Do you want him wearing a hoodie? I can do either. Or I can do him without a hood where you can see his face. I'll see what you say first, and I will work on the other bits while I wait for that. I know you did say the hood, but I wasn't sure because there is a version of him where he is wearing a hoodie, so yeah. The hoodie, okay. Right. So I'm just going to go over the top. clothes are a little bit of a challenge because I make him look all baggy. So actually a lot of that defined muscle tone and stuff on his arms begins to look a bit more baggy, which is cool. So I'm just trying to add some of the folds in the clothes. But a lot of that will come through when we do the inking, the line work, I think. That's supposed to be a spider there. Whether it looks like one, I don't know. I'm going to remove that line down the middle now. Just putting a very gentle line work. That looks better than I thought it would actually, which is good. I was worried that it would look a bit, I don't know, sometimes slender superheroes are easier to draw if I'm honest. So I'm just going over it with my pen now. Try not to cover it up too much. And I'm kind of happy with the proportions. I'm really happy with how this hoodie looks actually. I was quite not worried, but you know, just kind of want it to look good. So you can see with the pencil I'm very fast and just getting the basic shape, whereas when I'm using my black pen, and you can use a biro, you can use anything, you just want something that dries rather well and is quite bold for cartooning like this. And I'm just trying to add those curves in, and I can do a bit more of that when I add the colour stage. I'm actually trying to draw it without covering it up at the same time. So this is the spider design. I'm trying to get as much of the spider design into it, because it's covered up. I don't want it to look like a dung beetle or something silly, so here I wanted the sorry, my screen's getting a bit cluttered here. So here I kind of wanted the knee to come in, and then the bulge of the kind of muscular bit of the leg to come out behind. So I've kind of overextended that part of the knee to come in, and then you come round and then you bulge out with the back of the leg. And with someone so agile on their feet, you want to get the feet looking kind of good. So I'm gonna, and this bottom part is red and this part is black, and the same on this part of the leg, I think, because actually I think it's his soles of his feet that are red actually. So and I need to do this back leg. Just trying to make his Spider-Man hoodie look as baggy as possible. Getting his fingers. His fingers look a little bit rubbish, but, and I kind of want to give him some context, so he's going to be on a slope. Those fingers look really weird, but I kind of think they'll be alright. Is there anything I've missed? Just going to fill in these really dark areas around the head. And then it's on to the exciting part. Oops! Yeah, make sure your pen's dry before you go. Whoosh. I'm glad that didn't muck up too much though. So what do you think of that? Do you think it looks alright? Thinks it looks okay? I'm going to try and get this pattern to look good. Okay, so let's get rid of some of the pencil lines now, just because, oops, without creasing my paper. I think with a bit of colour that's going to look pretty cool as well. Not bad for half an hour. I think I need to zoom out a little bit so that you can see it in all its glory. So again, we're going to be using these colours, so I kind of want, probably don't need this one, although I might need it for the greys. So Spider-Man has some quite dark areas, so I'm probably going to be looking at, I'll use the full black in some areas. Yeah, let's use some CG5. I want a light grey. Just trying to look at the colours, get them good. Yeah, I want a light grey. Maybe a CG2 or a WG01. There we go, WG01. And then R8 is going to be my really dark red, and then I think I'm going to use an R2 or an R4. Or even a Y5. No, I'll leave the Y5. The Y5. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lightest colour first, and I'm going to draw in some of the highlights. So I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see. Use the brush part. So this wash isn't actually that dark, so I might need a darker one in a moment. And I'm just doing the bits, so if you imagine the light is coming from this direction, I'm not convinced I'm getting spill from the edge of the ink lines, which could be quite annoying. I don't know if I've used the wrong pen today. Never mind. I do need to think about the colour of the hoodie as well, because I can't remember what colour it's supposed to be. Just look at the hands. Yep, so we just have some of that coming down on the fingers as well. A bit here. A large area here. Right, so I'm just going to jump onto my second tone and see how strong this is. Oh, hang on. I wanted to double check the colours on that one. Oh, it's light blue and red. Okay, I'll come back to that bit later. Okay, that's cool. So I'll just do this part. Now I'm going to go over with the dark as well. I just want to kind of I also want to do the red lines on the suit first, because putting grey over the top of red isn't going to look as good. So I might do the red work now, and I'm going to use the R2, which is this colour. And let's So I'm going to come over this in a minute with the darker black, or maybe choose a darker grey that's like an almost black colour. I just wanted to make sure I got the reds in first, just to kind of establish them really. Quite a fiddly bit, but it's so he does look very grey at the moment, and I do appreciate that. Now I want a light shade of red for the lighter areas, so I'm going to hang on, let me just have a look. Really light orange. I think I'm going to use this one, the BR3, if I can find it. BR2, what's BR2 look like? BR3, BR3, BR3. Okay. BR3 is going to be our light red. And it's going to be on the inner hoodie, because the outer hoodie is kind of blue. Kind of regretting shading these bits on either side of his head now, but that's okay. And then I'm going to jump onto this red hoodie with the red. blend those in a bit. And then let's jump back into this one. And I'm going to overlap just so that the colours are quite similar, and this is where the blending really comes. Like, I know that looks a bit all red, but when it dries there should be a nice blended transition between the two. So what am I doing now? I don't want to start on the blacks yet, just because I don't. So I need some blues. Now his blue, I need a nice lightish blue. PB9, PB6, no, what's PB6? PB6 is really dark, but I could use that for the shaded bits. PB8 is the one I wanted for the darker colour. And oh yes, PB7, where's PB7? Yes, perfect. Right. So, let me just check comments. Looks awesome, thank you. I was looking on Facebook, YouTube, and I was like, oh, there's someone watching, and then I realised it's me watching on my computer. Yes. So this is going to be the lighter areas. And you can be quite liberal with the lighter areas, I think. And then jump into the darker areas. Because the bulk is the dark areas, it's just where the really bright light, white light falls on him, those areas would be. So I kind of want them to blend a little bit. But I want it to be more darker than light, so I might just pop over it with a bit of grey, or just use the darker blue in places where I want it to be really dark. There's quite a bright Spider-Man at the moment, but that's okay. Look at this one, really dark. Oh, that's beautiful. Right in those crevices, I love that word, crevices. And if I grab the middle colour again, I can really blend those together. Letting them overlap, ooze into each other, and that's where you get the gradient effect. Oh no, he's got grey hands. Damn it. supposed to have grey hands. Never mind, when that's dry I will redo his hands. I've done his hands wrong. Damn it! Never mind, that's what happens when you're drawing. So this is my CG5, which is quite a dark one. I don't know if this is darker. Oh, it is. Might even put a little bit of grey there just to blend a bit with that red. This might even be the same grey I've just used. CG5, yeah. When that's dry, I will go over with a darker colour, or I might shade it with a pencil actually, but anyway. I do want to go over this with that lighter grey again, just to blend those in. And then I'm getting the real dark blacks in now. So I'm being quite careful with this one. I'm even going to put a little bit on some of the really dark areas here. How are we doing? Guys still here? Still awake? Haven't bored you to tears yet, have I? Following along. Great. I don't want to overdo the black. You never want to overdo the black really. It's so easy to just put too much black on and then it just looks like a big pile of black. At the same time, you don't want to not put any black on, and you can see I'm just blending that black in. Just coming back over with this mid-grey. Oh, Matthew's drawing along, that's awesome. I'd love to see it. Please show me it later. I'm going to put a really light grey in here, but leave a kind of circle so it looks like his eyes are slightly glowing. Kind of want a bit more dark grey here, I think. A little bit more here, and I'm going to put some grey underneath this blue. Hopefully it'll blend in, just add even more definition. I think I do need a bit of black here, a little bit there. I want to darken this. And I want to get rid of the light areas a bit. I'm going to come back over the top with the white pen. Hopefully that will make it pop slightly. Are we in focus? We are in focus, that's good. So I'm just going around the edge. My white pen. Just a little bit here and there. Just I'm using my thumb or my finger to just soften it. And I just have a few light beams catching on his face, just so that we know where his face is and it doesn't make it just look like a dark mess, basically. Putting a bit of definition on his stuff, on his spider emblem. Emphasize a few key lines and where they go, just so that, you know, he's wearing a suit that is slightly reflective. It's got a slight sheen to it. Put some reflections of light on the hand, I think. This is just to re-emphasize the folds again in the fabric of his hoodie. This is also breaking down that red, which looks a bit too red, making it look a little bit mucky and a little bit and I think an important thing to add, I'm not going to go overboard with the backgrounds this time. I think it's just important to put a little bit of shadow just underneath, just to give it that little bit, and I might add a bit more of the dark. I keep using the wrong side. Just to give it that slight bit of, he's not floating in the air, because, well, he does float in the air sometimes, but this is just to show that he's you know, doing acrobatics on something. So it just gives it a bit of, you know, grounding. So if I was at this angle, he could be on a roof. If he was on this angle, he could be vaulting over something. So you can get quite a lot of control just by defining which angle your paper is in the thingy. I just want this to blend a bit more. Nice. It's looking rather good. Alright, I haven't looked at the comments for a while. Has anyone said anything? Brilliant, thank you. That's the comment that's just come through. Awesome. And I think, oh, a bit more on the knee, I think. I think I'm going to call it a day. First, if I can find the right pen, I need to write down who this guy is. Miles Morales. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh. can't stop. I need to stop. There we go, Spider-Man. Right. Oops. Looks good, doesn't it? If I do say so myself. Spider-Man. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I will see you guys next time. This is Spider-Man. If you're interested in these animation things, let me know. I've only made 4 so far, but I make more, and I can make ones with more colour as well. So if you're interested in that, please message me or drop me a comment on YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. This is Miles Moran. You've been watching Clayton Art Club. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.